Hello.
Hello, hi.
What's up? Who are you? What's your name? Where are you from? How old are you? Everything, man. Tell us about yourself.
Yeah, I'm a middle aged man. I'm a Christian, follower of Yeshua, and my name's Ibn. And I just want to say that I have reasons why I feel Islam is kind of false.
Kind of false, or fully false, or partially false? Like how? What's the percentage?
Like 100%.
Okay, so it's not kind of false. It's like really false, right?
Oh, yeah, if you say so, yeah.
Okay. Yes. Go ahead.
Okay, so just 60 seconds, please. Don't interrupt me, just 60 seconds. I'll be very brief. So my first reason is the name of
And just deal with it.
Allah.
I'll be back.
I got you. Take it down. Go ahead.
Sorry?
What's your first contention? What's your first contention?
Okay, so Allah's name is not the Tetragrammaton, and that's my first reason why I feel he's false. Number two is the memorial. The memorial
Let's go one by one. Let's go one by one. Why
No,
would you make? Why would you
I
make?
said 60 seconds. Let me just mention the 60. Let me just 5 things, and then after that you can ask me questions.
20 different.
I'll be very fast. Number two, number two is the fact that he can't preserve his word.
Nice.
That's number two. Number three is the conflicts and the contradictions in Islam. Number four are the values that Islam highlights and upholds. And number five is the Prophet himself. So those are my reasons. Which one do you want us to take first?
Nice. Let's go with the first one. Let's go one by one. Okay, so whenever it comes to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala not identifying with the Tetragrammaton, right? Does this make the religion of Islam or the God of Islam different than what Moses worshipped?
Yes, it does.
Okay,
why? Because
where did Jesus or where did Abraham identify God as Yahweh with the Tetragrammaton? Because God says he did not reveal this name to Abraham, he revealed this name to Moses. And God, right, in specific contexts, with specific people, with specific groups, he can identify with one name and at a later time not identify with this name. There's no problem, there's no issue. But whenever it comes to ilaha or Allah, this is clearly all throughout the scriptures of the Old Testament. I can even show you within Daniel, the book of Daniel, in Aramaic, where basically we have something very similar to Ayat al-Kursi, right, where God is being praised. All right, and I can show you right now. So whenever it comes to this name, the name of Allah existing in Jewish scripture or even within Christian tradition or Arabic speaking Jews or Christians using the name Allah, they don't say we worship a distinct God. And even then, identifying God with one name and another group not identifying God with this one name doesn't mean that there's some sort of different God. Okay, now did Abraham ever call God Yahweh? Very simple. Yes or no?
No, he didn't.
Did Abraham worship the same God as Moses?
Yes, he did.
Okay, beautiful. So that's first point done. Next point.
No, first point's not done.
We're going to be here all day. We're going to be all day. You just conceded.
No, you spent a lot of time explaining. Let me spend mine explaining as well. So Abraham, by the time God revealed his name to Moses, he made it specifically clear that he never revealed that name to Abraham beforehand. But he revealed his name, and going forward, that was the name. All the prophets that came after him. Most of the prophets that came afterwards all identified with that name. If you cannot identify with that name, you don't need to say you're calling the name, but you must be able to identify with it. Once you can't identify with that name, it's not the same person. So everyone that identifies with that name, even if you can't call it regularly, but you should identify with it.
You're contradicting yourself. Okay, Jesus. Did Jesus identify God as Yahweh?
His name is Yeshua. Yeshua is Yahweh saves. He called him Father. He called him Father.
Okay, Father. Nice.
And his name Yeshua is Yahweh saves. The fact that
I'll let you speak. Francis, I'll let you speak. Okay. Now, if Jesus never called his God Yahweh, right, and only within the New Testament we get Pater, right, Father, and referent to Jesus as God, and we get ho theon, we get theos or theon predicated upon the Father or the God of Jesus alone, right? And we get the ton manon elethenon theon, we get the only true God being predicated upon the Father alone, but we don't get Yahweh. Is Jesus worshiping the same God as Moses? Because you said every
Did you hear what Jesus' name is? Jesus' name is, sorry?
You said every single prophet after Moses will call God Yahweh.
I said identify, not call. Identify with.
So
Identify
did
is not
Jesus,
call the name. You can identify with.
what's the problem?
Yeshua is Yahweh saves.
No. Okay. Whenever it comes to, first of all, whenever it comes to you saying God gave this name to Moses, and after Moses, every single prophet should call God upon this name. And you're telling me Jesus never called upon God with this name, but you're telling me Jesus worshiped the same God as Moses. Did Moses ever call his God Theon? Or did Moses ever
said
call his God
identify. And I said identify. David, Isaiah, they all called that same name. The name was specific in all the scriptures. So what I'm saying is they identified with it.
Does Daniel call God Allah?
Sorry?
Does Daniel call God Allah?
Calling God Allah doesn't matter.
Nice,
As long as you identify with it, it's okay. You can't identify with it. You can't go into your mosque and identify with the Tetragrammaton. That means it is not the same person.
Does Daniel in chapter 6, verse 26, does he say ilaha hayya wa qayyim la'alamin? God the living and steadfast forever. Do we have something very similar to this within the Islamic tradition? Within ayat
you can call God God, but
so we have so we have a praise and we have a name that God identifies with that we can correlate to the scriptures.
No, you have to identify with his name.
I don't where does it say within the Bible you have to identify God as his name, and if you don't
identify
God as his name, where does it say within the Bible? Listen to me, Francis. Where does it say within the Bible? Because you're drawing this stupid argument that you pulled out of nowhere. Where does the Bible say you have to identify God as Yahweh? And if you don't identify God as Yahweh, and if you don't call him upon as Yahweh, or you don't identify the God of the God as Yahweh, then you're going to be a false prophet, or you're going to be someone who's worshiping a different God.
You can't have a name.
I didn't ask for a stutter, Francis. I didn't ask for a stutter. I asked for a verse.
You don't understand what I'm trying to say.
I didn't ask for a stutter. I asked for a verse.
No, I'm telling you, in Exodus chapter 3, verse from 14 down to 16, he identified and said who he is.
Nice. God
you have to identify with that name.
To a specific group of people. Can God give the name Baali and abrogate this at a later time, like what Hosea chapter 2?
There's nothing. That's the falsehood. There is no abrogation of a name. It is his name for all eternity. In verse 15, it says, "I am the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob for all eternity."
Who said that it's not his name for all of eternity?
It is his name.
Yeah, and we agree. It's his name.
Yeah, so you should identify. If you can't walk into the masjid,
that doesn't follow. Just because it's his name for all of eternity doesn't mean we ought to call him that all of eternity.
Yeah, but you can't identify with it if you can't say it and call his name.
I don't know if you listen. Maybe you need to clear your ears. But I said just because it's his name for all of eternity, it does not follow that we must or ought to call him that for all of eternity.
Okay, so that's why I feel it's false. Then that's
all right.
false.
Can you show me in the Bible where it says we will call God Yahweh for all of eternity?
He called his name when someone identifies his name.
Yes, that is his name for all of eternity.
He doesn't. And he said it. So you have to identify with it.
Now show me where we ought to call him that for the rest of eternity.
He doesn't need to say call me that for the rest of eternity. Big prophet, every true.
All right, show me that where every true prophet has to call him Yahweh.
Can I speak?
No. I need you to show me where every prophet, if he's a true prophet, he must call him Yahweh. Show me that.
It's common sense.
It's not common sense.
It's common sense.
You see how you're getting baked right now because you're making an argument. You're making a baseless argument. I just told you, yes, the Tetragrammaton is God's name for all of eternity. Now prove to me that we ought to call him that for all of eternity.
If someone has a name, you identify with his name. If you can't identify with his name, you don't identify with him.
He doesn't have just one name. He has many names. So his name. So that is his name for all of eternity. But now we call him by his other names. We don't call him by that name. But it's still his name for all of eternity. Now show me in the Bible where it says we can't. If a prophet doesn't call him Yahweh, he must be a false prophet. Show me that.
Because if you can't identify with that name, it's false.
Show me that in the Bible.
You don't need to show it. It's someone's name.
Okay. Well, I disagree. Can you prove me wrong?
course it's wrong because I think all the prophets. His name. Libiano, can I speak?
No, prove it. I said I don't want to hear another word without you proving it. Prove it.
I'm speaking. I'm speaking.
Okay, I want proof. I don't want you to
But
yap
you're
your
giving
way
my
out.
60 seconds.
There's no 60 seconds. I didn't give you 60 seconds, dude.
Well,
this is not your panel. We're having a back and forth. Go to the Bible and show me where we ought to call him Yahweh for all of eternity. Please.
It's his name. Common sense, Libiano.
I know. I already agree. It's his name for all of eternity. Now,
and you call people by that name.
He has many names.
You don't abrogate a name.
He has many names. Yeah, you can. God does it. You want to see?
No.
You want to see?
He doesn't. He never abrogated his name. Tetragrammaton is
Hosea.
Is ingrained.
You see how you baked yourself? Go to Hosea. You baked yourself. You baked yourself. In Hosea, God says, on that day, they shall call me Ishi, which means my master or my husband, and no longer call me Baali, which also means my master or my husband. So he says, don't call me Baali anymore. It's associated with idols. Call me Ishi, which means my master or my husband. So is Baali abrogated?
If you read it that way, you could say that, but Tetragrammaton is not abrogated in any way.
Okay, all right. That we don't use the Tetragrammaton anymore. You want to know why? You want to know why? Watch how he's gonna get big. Because we don't know his true pronunciation. That's why Jesus. That's why. Let me finish. That's why Jesus himself didn't pronounce the name. That's why what's his name? Josephus didn't pronounce the name. That's why Jews in the first century didn't pronounce the name. Because God says in Exodus, don't blaspheme God. Or don't use the Lord's name in vain. And according to early understanding, mispronouncing the Lord's name is blasphemy against the Lord. And because the pronunciation of the name is lost, we ought not to call him that out of reverence. That's why Allah, he reveals to him, when he reveals him to the Prophet Muhammad, the Jews already know that they ought not to call him Yahweh. That's why the Jews in the time of the Prophet never said, oh, why are you not preaching the name of Yahweh? Because the Jews themselves didn't call him Yahweh. They called him Allah. They call him Ar-Rahman. As a matter of fact, we have Yemenite Jewish inscriptions from the 5th century Arabia that calls God Ar-Rahman. They don't call him Yahweh. Nobody calls him Yahweh after the Second Temple period. That's why his name is abrogated. Pronunciation is lost. You understand? The diacritical
No, it's not abrogated.
All right, show me the correct pronunciation of Yahweh.
The Tetragrammaton is the Yehu-Vaveh.
Yeah, but there is no vowels in the earliest manuscripts. So how do you pronounce Yod He Vav He? How do you pronounce it?
Yehu-Vaveh.
How do you pronounce it? That's not a pronunciation. You're just telling me the letters. You're just telling me the letters.
Yes, and as long as I can identify with the letters, God's it means I'm identifying with him.
But God's name is not Yod He Vav He. God's name is those letters pronounced. For example,
yes, but that's your name. But that is
just wait. If your name is
there
Mike,
are churches where it's inscribed on.
Wait. If your name is Mike. Your name isn't M-I-K-A or E, sorry, M-I-K-E. Hey, M-I-K-E. No, that's not your name. Your name is Mike. You pronounce it Mike. If I say M-I-K-E, I'm not saying your name. I'm not pronouncing your name.
But if I write,
because God's holy name the pronunciation was lost, we ought not to call him that anymore. That's why Allah gives us Allah, Ar-Rahman, Ar-Rahim, Al-Malik, Al-Wadud, Al-Salam, Al-Mu'min, Al-Muhaymin, Al-Aziz, Al-Jabbar, Al-Mutawakkil, Al-Hamid, Al-Alim. All of these names, beautiful names that we ought to invoke him, and we don't have to call him the Tetragrammaton because that is lost. But it is his name forever. So now what's the argument?
Well, so that's my opinion That
your
as
opinion
long as you can't identify,
has no biblical basis.
Libiano, you can't talk for 2 minutes and not even
Yeah,
allow me to speak
but it
for
has
10
no
seconds.
biblical basis. It has no.
No, but I
biblical
have to
basis.
speak. Allow me speak, then you can rebuke it.
Opinion
You
detected.
can't go 2 minutes and not allow me speak. We have a lot to talk about. There are other things to talk about.
Non-biblical
So let me
opinion
speak first.
detected, opinion rejected. You don't have to keep
Okay,
going.
good. My as long as you can't identify with Yehovah, then it's false.
I think
Good.
that's
So
Allah.
can you go into the mosque? Can you go into the mosque and write it? Can you write it in the mosque?
I can if I want.
You can't. No, you can't. Be honest with yourself. You can't.
Why can't I
no,
write?
You can't. You can't write it.
Why can't I write Yod Hey Vav Hey?
You can't write it, and you can't.
Tell me why. Tell me why I can't write. Why can't I go to the mosque and say Yod Hey Vav Hey was the name that God revealed to Musa and to the Israelites? Why can't I?
That what?
Why can't I go to the mosque and say that Yod Hey Vav Hey is the name that God gave to Musa and the Israelites?
Going to the mosque and say Yehovah Uakuba.
Yeah, but
he's the greatest. Go and say he's the greatest.
I don't go to your mom and say I love M-I-K-E, right?
Yeah, you could.
M-I-K-E is my friend. I don't say that because that's not your name.
You could.
I can't because that's not your name.
So if you can't go to the mosque and say Yehovah Uakuba, the greatest, then it's not the same person. That's my view.
Okay. Here, watch this. Can you go to the church and say Baal is my God?
Who?
Baal.
No.
But God, but what the Isaiah calls God Baal. Why can't you?
I can't go to the church and say Baal is my God.
Isaiah says Baal is my God. Why can't you? Haha, you see? You got caught, man. Why can't you say Baal is my God?
I follow Yeshua. I follow Yeshua, right?
You follow Yeshua and I follow Muhammad. Muhammad alayhi salam, your master and my master.
And that's the second problem.
He didn't call
why
God.
Islam is false. That's the second reason why Islam is false.
Look at the dodge. Yeah, but real quick.
How you got baked? You got baked.
Just to supplement your point.
Sure.
All right.
Okay. So that's the second reason. Go ahead.
Right here. So very, very beautifully, the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, he says in a dua that he makes to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, I ask you by every name that you have named yourself with, revealed in your book, taught any one of your creation, or kept onto yourself in the knowledge of the unseen.
Which proves there are names we know and names we don't know. There are names that God revealed to some of us that we don't know. There are names that God revealed in the book that we don't know. Okay, so in this dua, in this supplication, the Prophet says, we ask you by any name that you revealed, any name that you have, that we know and that we don't know.
Exactly.
Okay, because all of God's names are blessed. All of them pick him out. All of them identify him. Okay, so that's a terrible point. And by the way, guess what? In the Quran, we have the prophet who? Ilyas, Yahya, Zakariya. What does Zakariya mean? Go ahead, tell me. What does Zakariya mean? Come on.
You tell me.
The remembrance of Yah, which comes from the Tetragrammaton, the remembrance of God. Yahya, the grace of Yah, which is which comes from the Tetragrammaton, the grace of God. Ilyas, Elijah, my God is Yah. That comes from the Tetragrammaton. So the Quran does give identification to Yod He Vav He.
Beautiful.
So now what's
that's my first point. And so my second point is why I feel Islam is false.
Your first point was still refuted?
That's your view. My view, if you can't say it and say,
but your view doesn't disprove anything because you're refuted.
Okay, if you say so, but if you can't say it in the book, then I don't.
Whatever. His ego is
Whatever.
not going to get him to concede. Whatever. What's next? What's next?
Okay, the next one is the fact that the prophet himself married a 6-year-old and consummated the marriage at 9 years old. The fact that he did that.
Show me in the Bible where it says he can't do that as a prophet.
No, it's not a matter of he can't do that. Can I speak, please? If I'm speaking, please, I don't want you interrupting me, please.
All right. Well, according to my liberal secular masters, he can't do that. Is that what you're going to tell me?
No, I'm trying to tell you according to common sense.
No. It's not common. Sorry. I reject opinion. I reject your opinion. Please show me in the Bible where it says you can't do that. I want in the Bible.
Marry a child. I marry a child.
Show me in the Bible where it says you can't do that.
Libiano, you can't marry a child.
Show me in the Bible where it says God can't do that. I may agree with
Libiano, you can't marry a child. It's wrong.
I know you can't. Show me in the Bible where it says you can't. Go ahead.
I don't need to show you. Yeshua has put his spirit inside us. Let me speak.
Okay, and Yeshua has put in that Christian over there. He put in Tertullian that it's okay. He put in Jerome that it's okay. He put in Origen that it's okay. He put in Augustine that it's okay. And he put in Saint Thomas Aquinas that it's okay. He put in Ezekiel that it's okay. Now what?
No, it's not okay, Libiano.
Yeshua
said it is. Yeshua has put his spirit in us, and we know marrying a child is wrong.
And Yeshua
is wrong.
And Yeshua said to Thomas Aquinas that it's okay. Now what?
He never said it's okay to him. And even if he said if Thomas Aquinas says it's okay, Thomas Aquinas is wrong.
I'm gonna expose to everybody, right?
He's wrong if he says so. Thomas Aquinas is not God.
All right.
Yeshua is the only one we listen to.
Show me biblical basis that he's wrong.
It is wrong. A child is a child.
Right. Show me biblical basis that he's wrong. So you could. I want you. Okay, you think Thomas Aquinas is wrong? Okay, cool. I want you to go up to imagine Thomas Aquinas was in front of you. I want you to go up to Thomas Aquinas and tell him why he's wrong from the Bible. Where would you go?
To marry a 6-year-old is wrong. He doesn't need anyone to tell him. You can't defend it.
Uncle, you are mad. You're panic mode manifesting.
No,
you're crying. Look at you.
I'm not crying.
Show me in the Bible where it's wrong. Can you or not?
Show me in the Bible where it's wrong.
Sure. Thank you for asking. Can we go to Numbers chapter 31, verse 17 and 18? I'll show you in the Bible where it's right. I got
John,
you.
Only Islam accepts.
I got you. No, not only Islam, Christianity, Islam, and Judaism. It's just libtards like you.
The final interpretation is wrong.
You are a liberal secularist, and the only reason you have an objection, I'll tell you. The only reason
I'm not. You are following the word without following the spirit.
Eden, I'm defending the Bible right now. You're defending your secular masters.
No, so, can I get 5 seconds?
No,
you are following the word. You're not following the spirit.
You just asked me to show you. I'm going to show you. So be quiet.
There is a spirit behind it, and it is wrong.
All right, nice. So
how do you defend marrying a 6-year-old? A 6-year-old that is wearing in her bed.
Let me finish.
Wearing in her bed.
You are upset.
Dude, you stop freaking out. Oh my God.
You are Eden. Guess what? I think from your accent, I think if you're from Nigeria, and Nigerian Christians from the Igbos and the Yorubas that are Christian, right? If you go to Lagos, Nigeria, if you go to Abuja, Nigeria, you'll find 6-year-old brides too, 10-year-old brides. So stop acting like that. No, they're following the Bible. They're following the Bible. In Abuja, they are following the Bible. In Lagos, Nigeria, they are following the Bible. So let me show you how in Lagos, Nigeria, and in Abuja, Nigeria, the Christians there are following the Bible. Okay, Prophet Elijah, who hasn't eaten for 10 years, he's following the Bible. Okay, let me show you now. In Numbers, chapter 31. Here. Okay, 17, 18. Okay, cool. Let's share the screen now. All right, read for me. Read it. Uncle, go ahead.
What's that?
Right there.
You read it. Let me. I'm trying to see.
Okay, I got you. No problem. Now, therefore, kill every male among the little ones, and kill every woman that hath known man by lying with him. But all the women children that have not known a man by lying with him, keep alive for yourselves. Boom. Boom. Explain it away.
Can I speak?
You may, yes.
Good. Please give me my 60 seconds, please. Don't interrupt me, please.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
When
All right.
no, when my belief is simple. When Yeshua came, he came to interpret everything. And there are things that were allowed or that occurred or that were accepted that he has said are not normal. For example, marrying more than one wife, he said it is wrong.
No, he didn't say it's wrong. Show me show me in the Bible where it says that.
Listen.
Show me show me
What?
where Jesus said it's wrong. Show me now.
Jesus said, when they asked him about divorcing, a woman and
That's about divorce, not marriage. He said if you divorce a woman, you make her commit adultery. If you divorce a woman because you're lying out of your teeth, uncle, I can't let you do that. He doesn't speak about polygamy. Don't lie. He doesn't speak about polygamy. Go ahead.
But let me speak.
Yes, go ahead.
Let me speak. He said, indeed, it was not that way from the beginning. From the beginning, it was not that way. What God wanted from the beginning was the fact that a man will leave his father and mother, be joined to his wife, the two become one flesh.
Yeah,
that's what he said.
And I could become one flesh with Jessica.
Not one man marrying three women to become one flesh.
I could become one flesh with Jessica. I could become one flesh with Bethany. I could become one flesh with Sarah. I could become one flesh with many women.
That's not
so go ahead. Now show me. No, it's not. That's according to God, who says,
no.
I gave you, David, your many wives, and if you had wanted, I would have given you even more. And he says in the book of Kings that I'm pleased with everything David did in all of the days of his life, except the incident with Bathsheba and her husband. So according to God, he is pleased with David having many wives, and he gave him as many wives. So now you got refuted on that point. Now I want you to show me where Jesus said Numbers 31 verse 17 is wrong. Go ahead.
Yeah. So what he said, what when he gave the interpretation that Moses accepted them to divorce at that time because of the hardening of their hearts.
Watch this. Were their hearts still hard?
Sorry?
Their hearts, were they still hardened when Jesus speaking to them?
Yeah, their heart was still hardened.
So how does it make sense that he gave it to them because of the hardening of their hearts, but their hearts are still hardened?
So Jesus is teaching them the right way now. The right way now is to follow him. Follow Jesus in the right way. That's what he's saying.
But their hearts are still hardened. They're even more hardened.
Yes.
So how can
but he's telling them that if you accept to have a soft heart, you will no longer follow those things. You will follow the path he's showing you.
All right, cool. Is Jesus God?
So even in numbers, all the things that are seen in numbers might be accepted.
Is Jesus the eternal God?
All the things in numbers might be accepted, but if you are following the truth now, you follow what Yeshua is saying.
Is Jesus the eternal God?
Yes, he is.
All right, so he is the God who gave the law in numbers, right?
Yeah, he is.
So Jesus, back then, he said it's okay to marry a child?
Sorry?
So Jesus, back in the day, in the days of number, he said it's okay to marry a child?
Moses put all those things forward, yes.
And he heard it from who?
He got revelations from God.
So God, so Jesus said to Moses at that time that it's okay to marry a child, right?
No.
So where did Moses get this from?
He never said you marry a child.
Read it then.
Right.
Maybe I'm illiterate. Maybe I can't read. So you read for me.
It says keep, but all the women, children that have not been known by a man by lying with him, keep alive for yourself. Keeping alive does not mean marrying them.
Why did they unalive the non-virgins and keep the little virgin girls for themselves?
Sorry?
Why did they unalive the little boys, the women who were non-virgins, but the virgin little girls kept alive for
If you keep them alive,
not just keep alive for yourselves.
Yes, if you keep alive for yourself, does not mean you need to go in. The person is a child, could be allowed to reach the age.
So what is it?
You could reach the person might reach the normal age of being allowed to marry, which could
right.
be
show me where
13, 12, 14, whatever it is at that time. Sorry?
Does for yourselves imply marriage?
For yourselves means for you.
Yeah, for you, for what? What?
For
what?
Sorry?
For what? What did the soldiers have to do with the little girls spared?
Because some of them, not the girls, some of the women, they could get married to some of the women.
The women were killed. Only little girls were allowed because they're virgins. Why are they kept alive? For yourselves. For what?
They were not kept alive for marriage. They could.
Okay, then for what? Then for what?
There is nothing there that says they were kept alive for marriage. And even the tradition, the tradition of the people at that time, the Jews were not marrying 6 years.
They were. I could show you that. But uncle, you're not answering. When it says for yourselves, what does that imply? Why is it for the soldiers that the little girls were kept? For what benefit?
You could keep and they could marry at the time, maybe at 15
so it is,
or
so it is
whenever the age is.
Okay, so that we can agree that it is marriage, right?
It's a possibility.
Okay, beautiful. Thank you. Now, you see how you caught yourself? Watch this, guys.
I didn't catch myself. Yeshua came and gave an interpretation.
Watch how he caught. No, Yeshua never spoke about this. Stop lying.
Yeah, well, Yeshua gave us his spirit. His spirit is alive.
Yeah, the spirit is tickling me as we speak. All right, here we go. Watch this. All right. He said that here, let's see. Can you see my screen? Yeah, you can see my screen. Wait. Deuteronomy. Watch this. Because this exact situation is explained by the law that God gave to Moses in Deuteronomy 21, verse 10 to 14. Okay? One sec. Okay, check this out. When the Lord your God gives you victory in battle, same thing that happened in Numbers 31, and you take prisoners, same thing that happened in Numbers 31. You see among them a beautiful woman that you like and want to marry. Take her to your home where she will shave her head, cut her fingernails, and change her clothes. She is to stay in your home and mourn her parents for a month. After that, you may marry her. Later, if you no longer want her, you are to let her go free. Since you forced her to have intercourse with you, you cannot treat her as a slave and sell her. So then it is for marriage. Right, uncle?
Libiano, to marry a 6-year-old is wrong. Accept it.
Can you respond to the law?
Yeah, so as I said, some of those laws where Moses gave those laws because of the hardening of their hearts.
Were they from God? Were they from God?
Some of them, yes.
Some of them?
They were, yes.
Some of them? So this
Moses
is
yes.
authorized laws.
Hey man, now we throwing Moses under the bus, man. So,
no, it's not throwing Moses under the bus. It's a simple thing.
So wait,
it's simple.
Is this law from Moses or from God?
From God, I guess.
So Jesus allowed that they are to marry those girls, right?
Sorry?
Mike, stop. Act like you don't hear, man.
No, I didn't hear you. Sorry. Go ahead.
So this is from God. So Jesus at that time allowed Moses to give the law that they are to marry those girls, right?
So as I said earlier, he accepted certain things.
So God
But when
accepted
he
childbirth.
came,
So God
when
accepted
when
childbirth.
he came, he made it very clear.
Okay,
The
so wait,
Messiah came and
hold
made
on.
it very clear.
So at that time, God accepted child marriage, right?
No.
You are in denial.
Why?
No,
Swimming.
he didn't. No.
Swimming in denial, man. Swimming. Keep going, man. You're gonna reach Ethiopia soon. Keep going. Swimming in denial.
Lebiano, you can't marry a
Come
6-year-old. It is
Come on,
wrong.
man.
You
The
need to
Bible
accept
says-
that fact.
The Bible says you can. The
No,
Bible
you
says-
can't.
The Bible says you can. Can you prove it?
Yeshua says you can't.
Prove it. All right, show me where he says that. Show me.
His
Show me where he
spirit
says
is
that.
in.
Show me
Once
show
his
me where he says
spirit
that.
enters
Show me-
into you, you no
show me where
longer
Yeshua-
can't. You will
Show
know.
me. Hey,
It's
shish
a
kebab.
knowledge on your inside.
Shish kebab. Show me where Yeshua said that.
Even see,
Show
Libiano,
me-
even
show me-
if the laws
Show
are
me-
not there,
show me-
you
show
will
me where
know
Yeshua
on your
said it.
inside.
No,
When
show me
something
where-
is wrong, you know.
Show me where Yeshua said it.
Libiano, you know.
According to Paul, sometimes people have on their inside that eating meat sacrificed to idols is wrong, and sometimes they think that eating meat sacrificed to idols is right. So he says, if your conscience allows you, then do it. Correct?
Yes, but
Beautiful.
that's different.
So let's do the cha-cha now. If your conscience allows you to do that, show me where the Bible says you can't. Go ahead.
Can I tell you why it is wrong?
Show me. No. Show me.
Let me tell you why it is wrong.
Show me in the. I don't want to.
You don't need anybody to show you. Anybody with a brain knows it is wrong, and I can tell you why.
Okay, then your brain should reject the Bible. Then.
No, I won't reject the Bible. I accept Yeshua.
Sorry, I get my laws from God. Can you show me?
I get mine from Yeshua.
Show me where Yeshua said it.
And I get from his spirit on my inside. I know it's wrong. Let me tell you why it's wrong.
And my Yeshua spirit tells me that it's right. Now prove.
Okay, can I tell you why it's wrong?
If it's not from the Bible, I don't care.
Oh, but can I tell you?
No. I want from the Bible.
Have you heard of vesical vagina fistula?
Oh my God! What the heck? And what is the guy talking about?
Google it. You Google it, and you know the problems that come with it.
What are you Googling, man?
What you been looking at? What you been looking at?
You come with it.
What's on your Google?
Tell your boys to Google it. Tell your boys to Google it. You will know why it is wrong. It's wrong. These are complications that come from that kind of thing. You cannot marry a 6-year-old.
What's in that?
So the prophet was wrong.
What's in that search history, man? We gotta know, man. Hey, we gotta know. Is it okay for children to drink wine?
Sorry?
Is it okay for children to drink wine?
It's not advisable.
Is it scientifically? Is it good or bad?
It's not advisable.
Okay, but you still do it. You go and eat God every Sunday and drink His blood, and you give children wine.
We don't. People drink juice. You can take water as wine. Some people take water as wine.
But the church didn't drink juice. The church,
some churches drink juice.
Drink wine. Okay,
some
so
drink juice.
Are those churches false?
Wine is not bad in itself.
Okay, those who drink wine that allow children to drink God by drinking wine, are they evil?
No.
Okay, cool. But you just said scientifically.
But it's not advisable. I said it's not advisable because of the long-term implications.
Okay, so you just refuted yourself with whatever you just brought up. So now show me in the Bible where it's wrong. The Prophet Muhammad is a prophet according to the Bible, not the prophet according to Dr. So-and-so.
He would align with everything in the scriptures. He's not aligning with it. He's wrong.
He aligns. The one who doesn't align is Paul of Tarsus, who said you could marry a kid.
No. Allah's scriptures are missing. You said it yourself. Allah's Zabur is missing. The Injil is missing. The Torah is missing.
It's not.
It's missing.
It's not.
We are provided. Show me. I'm waiting. Post it up here.
It's called the Psalms. Have you ever heard of the Psalms?
Put it up.
Do you want me to read you my favorite Psalms of David?
Sorry?
I love the Psalms. Have you heard of the Psalms before of David?
I have. I can
show you a beautiful Psalm. So that's the Zabur.
But you said they're corrupted. If you say they're corrupted, then if you say they're corrupted,
being corrupted doesn't mean it's lost.
If it's corrupted means he couldn't preserve it.
But you know what is lost? You know what is
lost? He couldn't preserve it.
Wait. Do you have any lost books? Because I don't. Do you have any? Huh?
The book of Jashar.
You need evidence. He doesn't have any evidence.
Wait. You said I have a lost book. I said no, I don't have any lost books. Do you have any lost books?
His books are preserved because we can see evidence of
show
it.
Me. All right. You said you don't have any lost books, right? First Chronicles 29:29. Now the acts of King David, from first to last, are written in the Chronicles of Samuel the seer, and in the Chronicles of Nathan the prophet, and in the Chronicles of Gad the seer. Show me where the book of Nathan the prophet is. Now. You said I have lost scriptures. I proved you wrong. Do you have any lost scriptures?
No, you have your scriptures are not preserved because you said there's an original of them and we don't have any of the originals.
Show me the book of Nathan. I want to see it. Where's the book of Nathan?
I don't get what you're talking about.
The Bible, the Chronicles mentions the book of the prophet Nathan, where it had all the deeds and acts of King David from beginning to end. Where is it? Where's the book of Nathan, the prophet?
Libiano, that doesn't hold water here.
Okay. So you follow lost books and you have lost books, but I don't. Alhamdulillah.
No, so it's not lost books.
Okay, so where is it? Where's the book of Nathan?
No, you're not understanding what I'm saying.
Show me the book of Nathan.
Libiano, you're not understanding what I'm saying.
Do you have the book of Nathan or not?
Can I speak?
Do you have the book of Nathan?
Can you give me 60 seconds?
Oh my God,
dude! This isn't Jeopardy, dude. This isn't Jeopardy. Like,
I don't have the book of Nathan, but your book, you are contradicting the ones that are available. If you contradict the books that are available, then yours is false.
We don't contradict because I think the message of the gospel is preserved. The message of the Torah is preserved. The message of the prophet is presered. We have.
You said none of it. Your books. We could look. Your books speak different about David. About Abraham, about Moses, everything is different.
I said the message, not the written text. The message of the gospel is preserved.
Just about the prophets is wrong.
We can go and look at the earliest Christology. We find it in Q. We found it in the Didache. We find it in Shepherd of Hermas. We find it in Thomas. We find it in Q. We find
what
it
happened
in
to that? Thomas is not a book.
It's not a book. What is it? It's a fairy tale.
Thomas is not. Thomas. Those books are not. See, Libiano, your scriptures, the prophets. You speak about the prophets.
I thought Thomas was what is it?
Listen, you speak about the prophets. Your narration about the prophets is wrong, and you have no evidence to show it is right. Meaning it is false.
We have.
No, you don't. Show me the evidence, please.
Evidence for what? I'll show you every evidence for anything.
To show me that what you say about the prophets is
about
right.
What? Give me a claim. I'll prove it.
For example, you say who should we start with? The story, different stories about the prophet. You said David never sinned. You said none of the prophets ever sinned. That's a lie.
David never sinned. That's right.
But you see, but that's not. But even in the Psalms you talked about, there are Psalms where he was on his own, confessing his sins to God. There are Psalms where on his own he was saying his story.
Sorry, I misspoke.
So you're wrong.
Let me finish. Not that David never sinned. David didn't commit major sins. He didn't sleep with Bathsheba and unalive her husband.
So show me the evidence of that.
Sure, the Quran is true. Because we have independent reason to think the Quran is true, therefore what it says is true.
You don't have any evidence. Your Quran came 3 times later. Can you see?
Unc, you complain about the 60 seconds.
Evidence. So it's wrong.
You want an answer? Can I talk now?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. There's 2 ways you can go about this. There's 2 different ways that you could verify this incident. From a perspective of divine revelation, because we have independent cumulative reason to think that the Quran is true and the Prophet Muhammad is a prophet, therefore, if it's preserved, anything that it says true, it says that the prophets don't commit major sins, and because it says it, let me finish.
He's wrong, he's false.
Let me finish. Shut the hell up. I'm gonna start being disrespectful to you because now you're disrespectful. Okay, be quiet. Because we have independent reason to justify the claims of the Quran, therefore anything in the Quran is true, and because the Quran frees David from this event, therefore David never committed this event. That's way number 1. Way number 2 is we know that the southern kingdom of Judah and the northern kingdom of Israel separated, and we know that the northern kingdom didn't have control over Jerusalem. It was the southern kingdom who had control of Jerusalem, and we know the southern kingdom is the one that had the Davidic dynasty and had the kingdom of Solomon. And because they had this hatred towards David and Solomon, it is not unlikely, and we could draw a historical inference and a motivation to make David seem like a bad guy and to draw him in a negative manner, like killing somebody and taking his wife. Okay. Therefore, we have independent reason and independent, motivation to think that the Jews of the Northern Kingdom, who were a part of the transmission of the Torah and the books of the Bible, had something to do with making David look bad and saying that because they had issues with the Southern Kingdom of Judah, then they had reason to fabricate this about David. So that's my historical justification, and that's my justification via independent reasoning using the Quran. Go ahead, respond now.
So I hear everything you said, but my point is very simple. You need to understand that David in the Psalms, Google it, in the Psalms himself, he spoke about his sin, spoke about how when he was confessing, when God separated from him due to those sins that he did. Your book talks about the prophets and points them in a different direction from what the scriptures say. And there's no evidence. You're not using evidence.
Did you hear what I said? Or did you not hear what I said? Address what I said. Stop repeating yourself. Address what I said.
Libiano, you're muting me now. That's
I know. Address what I said. Go ahead.
The Jews were muting you the last time you spoke to them. Now you're muting me. Don't mute me.
Address what I said. If you don't address what I said,
had no evidence. It had no.
If you don't address what I said, I'm kicking you down. One more chance. Go ahead.
You kicking me out doesn't really matter.
All right. Well, have a good day then. You just want to. Oh my God, Ankh got crucified on every. Ankh just got crucified in a way that I've never seen before. I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy.